Hi, and welcome to a special edition of our podcast. After the unfortunate news that legendary director Rob Reiner was sadly, him and his wife were murdered by his son.
Allegedly, I suppose you've got to say that at the moment because you don't know the full facts.
Yeah, well,
but that's what it looks like. That's what it looks like it's saying.
His son, who's had issue with drugs over the years, and it's very sad. I don't want to dwell too much on his actual death. We've already done multiple podcasts on Rob Reiner films: Misery, Stand By Me, The Sure Thing, and of course, a couple of them, Stephen King. He done Stand By Me, and he said he was horrified and saddened by the news. He considered him a wonderful friend, a political ally, and a brilliant filmmaker, including two of mine. And he wrote, "Rest in peace, Rob, you always stood by me." Director Ron Howard has said that he proved to be an amazing filmmaker, supportive colleague, and at all times a dedicated citizen. Sir Elton John, who made an appearance in this year's Spinal Tap sequel, said, "I'm in disbelief at today's news of Rob and Michelle." Eric Idle, Kathy Bates, John Cusack called him a great man. Elijah Wood was horrified. Kerry Hills, those are the people who've worked with him. Corey Feldman.
What about from When Harry Met Sally? I think he has, hasn't he? Has he said anything?
I don't know yet. James Woods, Ben Stiller, Sophie Bush, Mia Sorvino, Josh Gad. The thing is, I know that Billy Crystal in particular was one of his best mates. I know like loads of the scenes from When Harry Met Sally, when they were having the conversation, watching the film up all night, just talking on the phone. Billy Crystal and Rob Reiner actually used to do that together. They'd sit there, and they're both funny men, so they'd probably be making each other laugh. But I just wanted to do this little impromptu one because I feel that he's... I don't think he gets the credit that he deserves as a filmmaker, because he has what I call the perfect 7-film run of films, which no other director, to my knowledge, has ever done. You can't try and name a director who's done 7 films in a row, which were all great. And I looked at Hitchcock, Kubrick, Spielberg, Scorsese, Tarantino. They've all dropped the ball. There's always been a film and you think, that wasn't that good, was it? And it's sort of panned. And then they might come back and do great ones afterwards. Whereas Rob Reiner, I thought I'd go through the 7 films. Arguably his first one was Spinal Tap, which is a mockumentary. Have you ever seen Spinal Tap?
No.
It's like good 15, 20 years before things like The Office. It was a mockumentary, and at the time people thought it was a real British rock band, this dopey band. They actually get used in The Simpsons, an episode of The Simpsons, Spinal Tap. And it's, I think the most iconic scene in that is where he's interviewing one of them about turning the radio up to 11.
These go to 11.
And then he followed that up with
The Sure Thing, which is like a teen sort of travel movie sort of thing, like
Christmas movie.
It's almost like it's a Christmas movie. I think it is.
Yeah.
It's like sort of a road movie, would you say?
Yeah.
Because they're travelling to get to the destination, and they sort of fall for each other on the way, which is a brilliant film. Love that film.
Yeah. And see, already he's changed the genre that he's doing from a mockumentary to a romantic comedy. Then after that, it was Stand By Me.
Stand By Me is about a group of kids that go wandering around, and they look and they find a dead body, don't they?
Well, they're looking for the dead body.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was Stephen King, and Stephen King was so impressed.
In the 50s.
Yeah, Stephen King was so impressed that's why when it came to Misery, he said the only director he'd let do Misery would be Rob Reiner. But yeah, Stand By Me again. It's come away from the romantic comedy, and now it's sort of like a coming of age drama. After that, he done Princess Bride, which again completely different action adventure. It's a romantic comedy, but it feels like a completely different film to anything else he's done.
Yeah.
Then
When Harry Met Sally.
Yeah.
That's a brilliant film. That's a fantastic film. That started the whole conversation: can men and women be friends, or does sex always get in the way? And it's just got such a classic. It's such a funny film, and it's only when you rewatch it that you realise it's still amazing to this day. so many little funny one-lines, and it is a nice film about friendship and love ultimately. So yeah, that's a good one.
So, and even though this is like a romantic comedy, it's not the same as what you say Sure Thing. Sure Thing's more like the teen-centric kind of thing. This is more like middle-aged people slowly falling in love. It's a different kind of romance.
And that's followed by Misery with Kathy Bates and James Caan, another classic film about like a mental sort of torture, physical
That's
torture.
like a horror thriller.
That's like a horror thriller, classic, amazing film.
Yeah, and then A Few Good Men, which was like a political courtroom drama, all-star cast, and with the famous "You Can't Handle the Truth" line. I think they've all got classic scenes. But yeah, fantastic band, fantastic director, and it's a shame what happened.
You want answers?
I think I'm entitled.
You want answers?
I want the truth!
You can't handle the truth!
Our usual scheduling back on Friday, we get to finish off our Disney list. So you can find out what's #1 Disney film of all time.
All right, see you soon. Happy Christmas, Happy New Year.
Happy
See you
Christmas.
later. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.